Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of On Deck with Mercury. I'm Vienna Town Manager Mercury Payton, and our topic tonight has to do with Vienna Parks and Recreation, also known as our Department of Fun. And joining me with a preview of upcoming activities is Parks and Recreation Events Coordinator Lily Widman. Hello Lily.
Hi Mercury.
Good to see you again. And Camp Program Coordinator Derek Coles. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for having me.
Good to have you with us, and enjoy playing basketball with you sometimes, even though you don't let me score too much, but that's okay.
I don't know about
that. So spring is just around the corner and officially begins next Monday on March 20th. But did we ever actually have a winter? It seems like we just went from fall to spring. Which
I had my snow shovel ready, but never came.
That's right. But we're not going to complain about that.
No, I love a mild winter.
So we're going to talk about a few activities that's coming up here in the spring. I know that we have a lot of really fun things for our residents and for people who come to the community center and Parks and Recreation for our events. Lily, I imagine that we have the Town Green and Church Street programs right in the forefront of our minds here. Maybe talk a little bit about what's coming up for the outdoor activities for the spring and summer.
Sure, yeah, we're super excited. We've got lots of fun things planned. So I guess one of our big things coming up in May is, of course, Viva Vienna.
Oh, yeah.
So it's our 39th year presenting Viva Vienna with the Rotary Club of Vienna. It's a big milestone. And that will take place Memorial Day weekend. It's May 27 through 29. So the planning is underway for that. It's going to be a great event. Big carnival, live music, vendors. They'll do their brew fest again, and lots of delicious food.
Oh, sure. And my family always enjoys it. I know a lot of people do as well around our community. Talk about a little bit what goes into planning an event like that.
Sure. So Viva is sort of unique in that it's a partnership between the town of Vienna and the Rotary Club. So that's planned by a committee and a quite large, very hard-working committee. So they start their meetings usually in January, sometimes December, and they work to develop partnerships with sponsors and vendors, and you know, go into all the permitting that needs to happen and things like that. And they do that, you know, all the specifics of entertainment, collaboration, safety plans. The town supports quite a good deal of that, and we have sort of a MOU and as well as a partnership for all the different ways that we support them and attend their meetings and help with setup and staffing the event. So that's sort of a unique event. Some of our other events, like Chillin' on Church, Summer on the Green concerts, Kids on the Green concerts, those are presented by the town and partners such as sponsors, volunteer groups, civic groups. And our staff manages most of those planning details for those events. So it's a little bit different. You know, we book the performers, we do the safety plans, we do the permitting, we get the vendors, things like that. So we have a couple of other great events coming up. We've got Kids on the Green, which is a relatively new program, Tuesdays on the Town Green. That's in June, July, and August at 10 a.m. And then we have Big Screen on the Green, which is the second Thursday of the month. That's our movie night, outdoor movies in the park. It's really fun. We just planned our movies for this year, so folks can watch the website for that. And then one other I wanted to mention, the Mayor's Fitness Challenge is coming up.
That's right. That's right.
Which is also a unique event because it takes place over 8 weeks. So that starts March 18th and runs through May 13th, and we really want to win again. So I hope you'll join and log all your basketball minutes.
That's right. There we go. And we're defending champions, right?
Yes, we're defending champions. Good. We won last year. If folks go to viennava.gov/fitness, then they can get all the information they need about registering. And one of the fun things, there's a couple of fun things about the fitness challenge. We log minutes, so anyone can participate, no matter what your fitness ability is, no matter what your level is. Anything that you consider an active minute, you can log. It's a great way to stay accountable and challenge yourself in the spring after we get through the motivation of those first few months of the year when we're setting our resolutions. So that's great. But also, you can join anytime. So if you want to join after March 18, if you miss the deadline, it's okay. You can join at any time throughout the challenge. So it's a fun event.
Help us keep that trophy.
That's right. We got to keep it here. And a lot of these events are weather dependent. And so there may be rain or lightning. It almost seems like every 4th of July there's always some lightning that rolls through at some point. So talk a little bit about our protocol and plans if we get rain or inclement weather or something like that.
Sure, yeah. I think without a doubt weather is one of the most challenging aspects of coordinating and planning events because it's something that we can't control. Right. But we can have a plan, and that I think makes everybody involved more comfortable. It means that you have something you can execute and stick to if you need to, or make adjustments to if you need to. So we have a plan for every event, and it mostly means that we just need to communicate with all of our stakeholders and key players and ensure that we all agree upon a time that we can make a weather call on what's best and what's the most safe decision for everybody involved. It looks a little bit different for different events. For like Summer on the Green concerts, a little simpler. We could maybe wait a little bit longer to make that call, be a little braver. Hope that the clouds will clear and we can hold the concert. But for 4th of July and large scale events where we have, thousands and thousands of people coming, sometimes we have to make the decision a little bit earlier, by like 5 or 6 in the day. So we make that decision with sort of our team of event stakeholders. And then when we do decide that we have to either cancel or reschedule an event, we always push that information out on social media and our weather line, which is 703-255-7842. So everyone should save that in their phones if you want an update there. And then for bigger events, we'll do updates on the website as well and some other places. So we try to be sure that we're communicating that information out to as many folks as possible, keeping everyone's safety first in mind. But if we can make it work, we really try to make it work.
And you always do every year. You always make it work, and it's always very seamless. Now looking to you, Derek, I know that when you think of summer, you think of summer camps. So maybe talk a little bit about what you have in store for the summer that everyone can kind of look forward to.
Well, there is a lot to look forward to in Vienna for camps. We are jam-packed, not only in the building, but out on Waters Field and Caffey, and then Glendon, Southside Park, and Meadow Lane.
Wow.
So we're touching on just about everything. So a lot of returning familiar camps such as arts, dance, all of the variety of sports, all the way to robotics, coding, and even yoga, and everything that falls in between. We do have a few first-time new camps that I'm excited to offer. We're going to have Ultimate Frisbee, rugby, and 2 youth entrepreneur camps, which I think is great, and I think that'll really gain traction moving forward. And of course, we are offering our playground camp and our teen excursion camp. Registration does go live March 6th for town residents and March 13th for out-of-town residents. And you may have saw our summer camp brochure is live. You can find it on the website at viennava.gov/camps, or stop by the community center and grab one and take it home and check it out. And if you have any questions, they can always reach out to me. My information is on the website as well.
That is fantastic. I like that. Looks really great.
Looks really good.
Yeah. And how do you determine which camps you want to offer? How do you make that determination?
Well, my first rule of thumb is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you will always have that core camp that, number one, kids are going to want to be in each year, and parents are going to want to put their kids in each year. But at the same time, we are always aware of rising trends. Things kind of come and go. So we're keeping an eye on what kids want to be in. So over the last couple years, coding, chess, Roblox, and Minecraft. I'm not sure what those are, but kids love them.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
And I'm happy to announce that we have camps touching each of those. So
a big variety of different topics.
And that's kind of something that we pride ourselves on, is we want to have offerings for any child in Vienna, no matter what their interests are. So yes, we'll always have those core camps, but we're always changing and adapting to meet the needs of the Vienna residents.
Right. Now, some of those sound like they were indoors, but some of those were outdoors. So just like I asked Lily, what's some of your protocols if you have like extreme heat, or if you have rain or lightning or whatever? What's your protocol there?
Yeah, so I guess Lily would probably agree. We wish we could control the weather. We can't.
Right.
But we always have a plan. So for those outdoor camps, we wait until an hour before the camp starts to make a call. Because at the end of the day, we want the camp to run. And we really will only cancel if it's a thunderstorm could be rolling in, or it's an absolute monsoon and it would just get you soaked.
Right.
Some of our outdoor camps, they'll run 4 days instead of 5, using that last day as a makeup day. So they build that in, which I think is really smart.
Yeah.
And then extreme heat. Last summer, it was a scorcher. So our staff is trained and our contractors are trained to know the signs of heat exhaustion, know when the kids are, they have a beet red face, time to take a water break. So encouraging lots of water breaks, finding some shade, and especially the camps nearby on Caffey and Waters, they are more than welcome to come into the community center, grab some cool air and cool down. So that's kind of our plan going in, make sure everyone's aware of our procedures on that.
Sure, absolutely. That sounds like a great plan. So now when we talk about summer events, there are also community center, auditorium events. So maybe talk a little bit about what goes on inside the auditorium.
Sure. Yeah, we've got some fun stuff planned for the auditorium as well. There are always great rentals happening here, so we encourage folks to check the schedule and look at what our renters are doing in town. But we have some town events planned for the community center as well. So the Vienna Photo Show is coming up. I believe it's March 19 and 20. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. And we accept photos from people who want to enter the show that Thursday and Friday before. We partner with the Vienna Photographic Society on that. It's a really cool event. It's very unique. I haven't seen a lot of other localities still hosting like traditional photo shows with hung framed photo art around. So
a lot of great shots too.
Really, oh my gosh, it's for amateur photographers only, but the photos we get are really professional level photography. So that's open to all ages, and if folks are interested in learning more about either attending the show or registering, they can go to viennava.gov. We have professional photographers who will rate and award prizes in first, second, third place in each of the categories, and there'll be a best in show. And the fun thing is, if you come to the photo show, you can vote for your favorite photo on Saturday. We'll announce the People's Choice Award on Sunday.
Oh, good.
And it's also open to students, so if any of your kids have cool pictures, or anyone watching has kids, it's usually 7th grade to 12th grade is what we accept on the website, but we'll accept elementary age kids as well. We just haven't had a lot of interest from kids that age.
And
so.
just no selfies, right?
It's not in the guidelines.
They don't count. They don't count. They don't count.
Not in the guidelines. If it was creative, I don't know. So that's coming up. It's a very cool event. And then, of course, the town is partners with and hosts 2 theater companies here in the community center. We actually hold our productions right here in the auditorium. So we've got some great things coming up. We just wrapped Monty Python for Vienna Theater Company to sold out shows, which was very exciting. Awesome. First sellouts in a long time since pre-pandemic. So and that was really fun, really funny show. In the spring, they're coming up with Unnecessary Farce. That'll start April 21st and run through the first week in May. And another just hilarious comedy. It's going to be great. It's going to be really fun. So we hope folks will come to that. And then in the summer, we host our youth theater program. So this year, we are doing The Lightning Thief, which is the Percy Jackson musical, which is super popular with the young people. I feel so funny saying that. But it seems to be like one of the new things that people love. It's like more I think, wizardry type thing, like in the Harry Potter vein.
Right.
But again, I don't really know what I'm talking about
Right.
because I am no longer young. But it's going to be really fun. I think that kids are going to love it. Auditions for that are in the first week in June. So if folks in the community have kids who are interested in both acting or supporting from a tech end, we have a lot of kids who come and they do the lights or the sound. You know, they help with the sets and the costume designing. Every aspect of the play kids can be involved in. It's a great program. You know, they should check out our website. It's viennava.gov/theater, and you can actually go there to get information about both the Vienna Theater Company show coming up in the spring and the summer program for the kids. But anyone who's a theater enthusiast or musical enthusiast should come to either of those shows. They're a lot of fun.
Wow.
So.
Well, that's fantastic. So we have the photo show and theater productions. Also, this summer we have Liberty Amendments Month. Goes to June 19th and runs for about a month. Talk a little bit about what's in store for that.
Sure. Yeah. So we're still in some of the earlier stages of planning for that, as you know.
Sure.
Very excited to present our third Liberty Amendments Month, third annual. We will kick off the programming for Liberty Amendments Month again as a part of First Baptist Church's Juneteenth celebration. That's on June 17th at First Baptist Church, starting at 11. And then we'll move into weekly events each week, running from June 17th to July 17th. Each week we'll celebrate a different amendment, starting with the 13th, then 14th, then 15th, and then 19th amendments.
Sure. Yeah.
So we have some great weekly events. We have a kids program every Tuesday at 10 a.m. We'll have a lecture and education series right here every Wednesday at 6:30, and then we have some really fun bigger events where we'll be celebrating Liberty Amendments Month, as well as some pop-ups and some trips that folks can take. So one of the things we're doing this year is really expanding our July 4th celebration and fireworks event to be an opportunity to celebrate and learn about the Liberty Amendments. So we're going to start that earlier. It'll start probably around 4 o'clock this year at Jonas Park. And we'll have some really just wonderful opportunities for people to enjoy multicultural entertainment, to learn about the Liberty Amendments, to some of our displays. We may have some games and interactive activities. We're still kind of working through that, but it's going to be a lot of fun and sort of a special new addition to 4th of July as we celebrate Independence Day.
Absolutely.
So couldn't be more appropriate to do that there. And then we'll also close out with a multicultural festival on the town green on Saturday, July 15th. So
that sounds fantastic.
Great way to close it.
And it's really exciting to integrate the 4th of July within the month itself. I mean, you know, the independence of our nation is probably the capstone, if you think about it, you know, of our Constitution and the birth of our nation, and the amendments kind of wrap around that. So I'm really excited that we're going to be including that and making it part of what we do the whole month.
Yeah, me too. It just fits perfectly, and I think it's a great opportunity for us to talk more about, you know, why our country is so great and share our stories and talk about why July 4th is such an important holiday.
Right,
so we're excited.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anything that I've left out for the summer? I mean, that's a lot of stuff we just talked about.
It is a lot of stuff.
You know, for the spring and the summer, it's going to be busy.
The only thing I'll mention that I forgot to say earlier, because we did mention so many things, all of our events can be found at viennava.gov/events. So if anyone wants to go learn more about a specific event or get dates, they can go visit that website and get a little more information and start adding things to their calendar.
Absolutely. So. Or they can maybe walk into the community center, come to the front desk and ask.
Yes. Anytime during open hours, we're here and can provide more information. We've got our program guides. Derek showed the camp guide. This is the spring guide. So this is always available at the community center if folks want more information about what's coming up next.
That's fantastic. I mean, it sounds very exciting. I'm tired listening to you all talk about all this. Are you going to have any downtime this spring or summer?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think that's why we kind of like the job. Just nonstop.
Nonstop.
You know, don't have time to take a break.
Yeah.
But I think that's why we while we're here. So
Yeah.
we're going to make the Department of Fun, you know, really
fun.
Really fun. Well, that sounds great. Well, thanks a lot for taking time out of your busy schedules. I know you have a lot to do in planning, but I enjoyed our conversation. I think the residents probably did as well. So thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mercury.
Absolutely. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this edition and episode of On Deck with Mercury. We'll see you next time, and I hope everyone has a very safe and wonderful spring as it begins here in a few weeks. Take care.